Welcome back to the channel, guys. Dave from Horizon Fish Keeping. Today we're going to be doing a video on breeding praecox rainbows or dwarf neon rainbows, and this one's going to be awesome. Basically I'm going to do it in two parts. So I'm going to do the first part where I'm just going to show you my tank setup and how I'm going to get them to spawn. You will need to feed these guys like massive amounts of food just to get them sort of conditioned before you start doing all the spawning mops and all that stuff that I'll show you in this video. What you need to do is basically I hatch out baby brine shrimp every day. You can either feed them that, so live foods, live cultures, anything like that, or you can start feeding like massive amounts of sort of frozen brine shrimp, cyclops, anything like that. I feed them twice a day. What you're doing is you're trying to condition the fish into a state where they think there's excess food in the in the water column, and that'll help the spawning activity, so they'll start spawning more and going crazy, and the males will start chasing the females, and also it'll fatten them up so the females can make more eggs, and in that way they'll spawn out more and produce more eggs, which is awesome if you're trying to breed these guys. So this is part one of the video. I'll flip the camera around so you guys can see what I'm seeing on my little tank just here, and the setup that I've got going. It's going to be very basic, this first video, so just most of the information that you will need is when the fry actually hatch out. That's when it can be a bit difficult. But if you stick around to the end of the video, guys, just give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see part two. So I'll flip the camera around and then you can see what's going on. I've just set up this little tank here, and we've got males and females, dwarf rainbows. You can tell that by the males are slightly larger in the body and the females will be slightly more slender, and also the males have got where the orange is on some of these. They're quite hard to focus on. The males will have a red outline like this one, and the females will be more orange or yellow like this one that's there. So once you've got a good mix, I'd probably say around 6. Out of the 6 I'd have 2 males and 4 females. You'll want to build a spawning mop. There's a video on my channel that you can look at if you want to look into building one of them, and I'll also show you how I'm going to set this tank up, and I've also got another tank to spawn the eggs in. So I'll leave you here with this bit and I'll just show you the spawning mop. So this is a spawning mop I use, and basically it's just a pebble wrapped around with acrylic wool. Basically what happens is when you drop this into the water, that sinks to the bottom and it creates this to stand up in the water. Once you've built that, every morning when your lights come on, the rainbows will go into it and they'll start breeding. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to show you on camera just now, but I've had this mop in for about a week, and if I just move this light around, so basically that drops down, that stands up, and the rainbows will go in between all this. If I just have a look, as long as you keep this moist, the eggs are fine, by the way. I've just got a little towel here. If you just look real careful, you'll be able to see the eggs. I'll just zoom in a little bit more. So if you just look there in the centre of the screen, you can just see the little eggs there. So once you've got the eggs like this, what I do is I take the mop out of there. I mean, this thing's absolutely loaded. You can just see there's more little rainbow eggs there. I'm going to do this in a 2-part series. So basically what I'll do is, now I've got the eggs on the mop, the next stage comes in. You can use anything really, a small container. You can take the adults out of this tank and leave the mops in. But what I'm going to do is, I've got breeding tanks because I breed fish obviously. If I just come around here with the mop, I've set up a little tank just here which is the same temperature, same water parameters, and basically I'm just going to pop the mop inside and just sort of move it about a little bit so it stands up slightly. So that's how it'll look in the breeding tank as well. Sorry for the phone camera, guys. What it does, it'll stand up in the water, and then the rainbows will go into it like that, and then they'll put the eggs into the spawning mop, and then this is the second stage now. So I'm going to leave this part of the video, and there'll be a part 2 if you want to subscribe to my channel. like and share my videos, that's great. We'll get back onto this when they've hatched out, which usually takes around a week. We'll show you how to feed these guys as well, because they can be quite tricky. You will need to make an infusory culture. I do have a video on my channel about that as well. If you guys want to check that out, that's awesome. But the second part of this video will show once they've hatched. So I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Cheers.